Hi there, my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be tier ranking all the books I read in 2025. Now this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm not very critical when it comes to reading, which is one of the reasons why I'm starting this channel to begin with. I usually turn off my brain and read for enjoyment, but I've noticed that in doing that I tend to not really remember what I've read or what's happened. And that might mean that I'm just not reading very memorable books to begin with. I tend to rate all the books that I read between 4 and 5 stars because I feel bad for rating it anything lower than that. So I'm challenging myself to have my own opinions and be honest about how many stars I truly think these books deserve. So, on to the tiers. My top tier is titled 5 Stacks of Pancakes. 5 stars, 5 pancakes, stack of pancakes. It just made sense to me. I will buy you a copy. You need to sit down and read it right now so that we can talk about it. I wish I could read these books for the first time again. Next, we have Still Thinking About It, my 4-star reads. These books have stuck with me. I love them. They're great, and I recommend to anyone and everyone that will listen. Our middle tier is Good Soup. These are my 3-star books, which I think they were enjoyable. It was a good reading experience. I'm glad I read them, but I'm probably not writing home about them. After that, we have Checking Off My List. These are my 2-star books, and maybe it just wasn't for me. So, at least I got to check it off my TBR. And finally, we have Here for the Free Pizza. Now, this is my 1-star books. I do feel bad for rating anything 1 star, especially knowing how much love and effort probably went into writing these novels. So these books just weren't for me. I'm glad I got some free pizza out of it, but the event was not it. Now let's get started. I read a total of 53 books. I have the books all in order of when I read them. So first book I read back in January. So we're going to start off with The 7-Year Slip. I love this book. I think it's what made me fall in love with magical realism. So right now, my gut is telling me this is a 5 stacks of pancakes. It was that good, in my opinion. Behind You, this was a free audiobook I listened to while I was on a road trip. I don't know if there's a genre title for this, but it was very much like FBI, detective, police officer, mystery, solving a case genre, whatever that is. I went through a little bit of a phase of that. I'm going to put it in here for the free pizza. I'm not saying that it was bad. It was enjoyable while I was driving. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. It was a good book though. Next we have The Cartographers. Now this I remember and I do still think about it. So this is a 4-star book for me. It is teetering on 5 stars. Like I think it could be a 5-star book, honestly. I don't know. I'm still getting to know this system of mine that I've created. Damsel, I read this one because the movie came out and I am a girl that must read the book before I watch the movie kind of person. And I read this at the beginning of the year and I just recently watched the movie. So I don't think that means it's a 5-star. I don't think it's a 4. I think it's just good soup. We're going to put in a good soup. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of 3 stars, just good soup, which brings me to the next book. It's called Meet Me on the Bridge. I couldn't give you a play-by-play, to be honest. I know there was something about a lake. No, it was like a pond and there was a bridge. And she was like supposed to meet like the love of her life or something. I don't really remember very well. Again, that's my issue. But I remember it being an enjoyable experience, so it's going to go in good soup. Next up, we have the first ever Stephen King book that I read. It was not miserable. Misery. I can see why people love Stephen King so much. I did end up on this list. You will see I read 2 more of his books after that. Still thinking about it. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I'm trying to be picky about my 5 stars right now. I love when books are about people that make books. Emily Henry's Book Lovers. Emily Henry. Oh my god, yeah. This was my first Emily Henry book that I've read. And I understand the hype. She is amazing. I'm very excited to read more of her books, but also I don't want to like binge all of them because then I won't have any more to read. I want to rate it 5, but I think it's more of a 4.5 for me. I'm going to do Still Thinking About It for book lovers. I don't think it's my favorite Emily Henry book after reading another one of hers that I'll get to later. Next, we have another Stephen King book. This was a book that was actually chosen for my book club that I was doing with my friends for a while. Fairy Tale. I enjoyed it. It felt like two different books, if I'm being for real. Like the first part definitely felt like coming of age, and then the second part really took a turn. I liked it more than I liked Misery. I think it's a 5-star. I think it's a 5 stacks of pancakes. I'm excited to read more of Stephen King's books. I think this is on the newer side of his. I'm ready to read more like classic Stephen King. All right, next. I should have just had it in one book. I did a reread of Hunger Games. As you know, Sunrise on the Reaping came out, and I needed to read all of them. I didn't read Songbird because I had read it last year, and it was kind of still fresh in my mind. But the first 3 books were not in anywhere in my mind because this was technically the first time I read them on my own. When I was younger, I did not like reading at all. And my mom read me the Hunger Games books in bed when I was a kid. Of course, I think they're 5-star books. If I'm being real, the first 2 5-star. Mockingjay wasn't my favorite, but it's part of the story, so I'm gonna just go good soup with that one. And then Sunrise on the Reaping, absolutely 5-star book. Next, we have If He Had Been With Me. Oh my god. It's a duology. The next one on this list is If Only I Had Told Her. If you want to cry, if you want to be sad, if you love the childhood best friends trope, these books are for you. I thought this was such a cute story. Also heartbreaking though. Like right off the first chapter, just read the first chapter and you already know what's going to happen. I'm still thinking about it, if I'm being real. I'm going to put these in 4 stars right now. I mean, I think the second one, If Only I Had Told Her, is more like good soup. You know what? Okay, I have to move things around. I'm putting that as a 5-star. Again, I might move everything around again, but this is just what I got so far. All right, next one, How to Mars. This was another of my book club books that was chosen by one of my friends, and I thought it was good. Now, just imagine a mission to Mars, but reality TV show. I think it's good soup. It was good. It's more of a 3.5, I want to say. All right, well, this is where you see more of like my nerdy theater side. I read Jenna Fischer's memoir, The Actor's Life. I thought it was good. I thought it was a realistic, telling you about the industry kind of book. It's different because it's not like a novel, it's like a memoir. I'm going to just do checking off my list. Again, all of this, I don't know if any of it makes sense. My brain doesn't understand how to write books. Next, we got trilogy, Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I liked it. Again, there's a TV show, so it's like I have to read the book before I watch the show. I think it was in the last book. Again, no spoilers, but that's what I'm still thinking about. I'm thinking about that one more, I think. But it was good. I'm gonna put them all up here, I think. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. It was good. Next one. Again, Sanford Meisner on acting. Another of my you can see me being a nerdy actor. Checking it off my list. It was good. Next on the list is King of Wrath. Now, this was another of my book club picks from one of my friends. I believe it's a series. I only read the first book, and I didn't really feel a need to read the next book. I don't remember what happens in this one, so I'm gonna give it a 2. Checking it off my list, checking it off that book club list. Maybe if I read it again, maybe I'd like it. I think I was just not in the right headspace. Next on my list is This Thing Between Us. Keep hearing the title of this book, and I don't remember what it is until I see the cover, and then I'm like, oh, it's that book. I think it was good soup, though. Yeah, check it out. Where the Crawdads Sing. I think this is one of those books that like should just be like high school required reading. Like it felt like that to me, where it was like, oh, I know this is a good book. And I still haven't seen the movie. I need to watch the movie. I don't think it's a 5-star for me, but it was good. So if I could put it between good soup and still thinking about it, I would. But since I can't, it's going to go in good soup. All right, next we have I'm Not Dying With You Tonight. Now, this is a book written by 2 authors. They did a great job, and I would recommend honestly to people, but also I like sad suspenseful books, and that's definitely what this was. It was suspenseful. So, it's these 2 girls that they weren't friends, and now they're just trying to survive together basically. I still think about this book. It's a 4-star for me. Next up, we have 7 Days in June. This is peak romance reading. I love that it goes from past and present and like goes back and forth. I think it's a 4-star for me, maybe 4.5. Next up, we have The Night Circus. This circus that shows up in the middle of the night. Like, that's all I knew about this book going into it. I think this one was just like good soup, you know? But it was good. Next up, we have Lord of the Flies. This was required reading for me in high school, but I did not like reading as a child or a high schooler or anything in between. So I didn't read this in high school, but it was required reading. So I listened to the audiobook recently, and I listened to it in one day because I really just wanted to watch the movie. I think this was a checking off my list kind of book. Like, I know it's a book that people should read. Okay, so this is where my summer reading started. This is Love in Other Words. This was a sweet book. Oh, I've got, okay. Let's see. I'm definitely still thinking about it, but I think it might be a 5-star for me. Maybe like a 4.8. For now, I'm going to put in 5 stars though. This was cute. This was a cute book. And with summer reading, of course, Happy Place by Emily Henry. This was my second Emily Henry book. I liked it better than Book Lovers, and Book Lovers is a 4-star for me. So I think Happy Place has to be a 5-star. Next up, we have Every Summer After. I really liked this one too. Feel like I shouldn't have read these 3 books back to back because they all were very, like, they had very similar tones and vibes to them. They're not the same book, but like they reminded me of each other, if that makes sense. On to the next. Crazy Rich Asians trilogy. And the first one, loved it. So good. I still think about it. I think that's a 4-star book. The next 2 though, I think I was just trying to get through it at this point. It's somewhere between a 2 and a 1-star for me. The first one gave like romance, like cute like love story with like family drama, but the other ones were just like I couldn't get through them. I don't know. They just weren't as good. And then next on my list we have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter and Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I'm gonna read more of Lynn Painter because this was just a good time. I listened to these on audiobook and it was just so enjoyable. I know she has other books that I think are in the same world, but I only read these 2 and I don't know if this is the order you're supposed to read them in. I'll put them together, but I think these are 5-star reads. I thought they were so cute. Oh my god. Okay, next on the list, Out on a Limb. Now this I know without a doubt is a 5-star for me. Like I'm already recommended this to one of my friends and I was like, you need to read this right now. And I still think about it. I think it's so cute. I read a lot of it in one day because I couldn't put it down. It was so good. It was so cute. Like I almost want to reread it. That's how good it is. We're almost done. I think we just have this row and then we're done. And you can kind of see where it's going. Next on the list we have the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. Again, I should have just put it as one book because I don't think I need to put all of them on here. They almost felt like little like standalone like short stories, but they were all connected. I thought they were really cute. Do I remember every single thing that happens? No. I'm gonna put all of these as a whole as good soup because they were just enjoyable, you know? I'm sure one of these I liked more than another one, but I'm just gonna put them on even playing field because I don't remember what happened in which one. And they're also like short and sweet. Like, you can get through these pretty fast, I'd say. All right, next we have Comfort Me with Apples. This was a different one. It gave different vibes than what I'm usually reading. I think this is a just checking off my list kind of book. But 2 stars, I guess. Again, I feel bad. I feel bad for rating anything lower than 4 stars. Stephen King, The Mist. Now, this is a shorter story, but I loved the movie as a child. I think this is a 5-star for me. I loved it. I don't know if that's just because I loved the movie growing up and it was kind of nostalgic for me to read the book, but it was a 5-star for me, for sure. Next up, the whole Harry Potter series. I'm gonna admit it, this was the first time I ever read any of the Harry Potter books because, again, as a child, I did not enjoy reading. I knew at the beginning of 2025 that this was the year I was gonna finally read them. I waited until fall and then I read all of them. I think it took me a month to read all of them. Like, I was sat, and they were so good. The 3rd book was my favorite. I really loved Prisoner of Azkaban. I think that one was definitely my 5-star out of all of them. And I really like Chamber of Secrets too. The 2nd book, that was also a 5-star for me. Oh, now I can't see them. Okay, scroll. The first one, of course, great because that's setting you up for the whole story. So I'd probably say that's also. Oh my god, no. Okay, I think all of them are just 5 stars. The only one that I'd say is not a 5-star is Order of the Phoenix because it kind of just dragged on. So I'm just gonna be nice and put everything in 5-star, but just know that, like, wait. Okay, I'm gonna put Deathly Hallows and Half-Blood Prince in Still Thinking About It, and Order of the Phoenix in Good Soup. I needed a little bit of a change after that, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna break it up. But again, I was still like kind of on that Harry Potter, like, I need more Harry Potter. So yeah, I'm sure you can see where this is going. But to break it up, I read this book called 7 Reasons to Murder Your Dinner Guests, and I was just kind of feeling like, I think this was like October or November when I read it. I was like, I need like something like Thanksgiving-y, dinner party-y, like that kind of vibe, and this like a little murder mystery book. I want to say this was good soup. Yeah, that was a good soup. Next, this is not a guilty pleasure. This is just full-on pleasure for me. Maybe I should feel guilty about it. All the Young Dudes. This was so good. This is okay. I'm sorry, but this is like, I can't see. This is my 5-star, like my top 5-star. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed now. Life-changing reading experience. I don't know, maybe I need to sit with it longer because it wasn't that long ago that I finished this, and I was so sad to finish it, and it's a hunk of a book, but I enjoyed every single second of it. This was one where I was like seeing people commenting on Marauder's TikTok stuff saying like, I wish I could be reading All the Young Dudes for the first time again. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read it for the first time. I'm so excited. I miss it already. It was so good. Also heartbreaking, but so good. I feel like I can make a whole video just on this one book, and maybe I will. But yeah, All the Young Dudes by Masking Bean 89. Definitely recommend if you like fanfiction and Harry Potter. And finally, Never Whistle at Night. It's an anthology of short stories. I have a hard time rating short stories because they're all different, and I'm kind of dragging my feet with this one. I think after reading All the Young Dudes, I'm just like, nothing compares. Nothing compares. Nothing will ever be as good as that was. So I'm think right now it's kind of just, I'm here for the free pizza, and I hate to say that because I think some of the stories are really good, but I just really drag my feet when it comes to short stories. Well, I think that is my tier list. Yay! Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this struggle of mine that I had, and definitely check out all my 5 stars. And yeah, I will see you guys in the future, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I did it. I rated books. I conquered my fears of rating books.